Hello everyone, welcome back to Coach Craig Sports. Today is Thursday, February 11th. We're going to be talking some DFS picks once again. It's only a 5-game slate today, so not quite as much value out there, but we're going to do our best. And before we get into it too much, we'll go over yesterday's results. So on the Draft Kings side, we had Russell Westbrook, $8,400, 42 fantasy points. He was a hit, 5 times value there. Just about what you were looking. We were hoping for a little bit more. Didn't quite get there though, but still a hit. Bryn Forbes, we're looking for about 19 to 20 points. We got 18 and a half. So I'm going to give that one a push. All his points pretty much came on scoring and three-pointers. Unfortunately, he didn't have any other stats. Hopefully that's not the case going forward. Hopefully his price doesn't go up too much in the coming days. Lou Dort, $4,400. We were looking for at least 22 points. Hoping for over 25. We got 31.75. Definitely a major hit there. Then we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Isaiah Roby. He did not play last night. He was the last minute scratch. It was announced like a minute or two before tip-off, essentially. And so he's definitely a miss. Definitely hurt a lot of my lineups. Hopefully you guys didn't get stuck in that same dilemma as me. I did have a lineup that got to 310 points on DraftKings with a goose egg from Isaiah Roby. So hopefully these other guys made up for that if you did end up playing him as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo, obviously $10,600. He had 70.75 points. Major hit there. Like I said, he was in that big lineup that I had that got 310 points. If we would have been able to switch off to Isaiah Roby to even like a Markieff Morris, would have had 329 points. Definitely would have had a very solid day overall. Isaiah Roby himself, he probably cost me an additional $8. But hey, sometimes that happens in DFS. We just try to do our best to avoid that. Then on the FanDuel side, we got Malcolm Brogdon. We're looking for 36, upwards of 40 points out of him. Got 31, so that was definitely a miss. It wasn't quite a miss that probably killed you, but still a miss regardless. Then we had Dante DiVincenzo, $4,700. You're looking for 24 fantasy points, hoping for 25 or more. We got 25.7, so that was definitely a hit. Each one more, like I said, it was mainly if Chris Paul was going to be out, he was going to be in play. Looking for at least 19 fantasy points out of him. He got 15.9, so he's a miss. But hopefully he didn't tank your lineup. Hopefully he had some other good plays elsewhere. Serge Ibaka, $5,700. This one was a little bit better when we knew Karl Anthony Towns wasn't playing. He ended up playing. That kind of impacted Serge a little bit. 16.6 points, definitely a miss there. Then last but not least, we got Big Al Horford, $6,200. Looking for 31. Upwards of 40 points. We got 59.6 points, so that was a massive hit. If you got lucky and you had him and Giannis in your lineup together, definitely made a good day over on FanDuel. Isaiah Roby did tank a couple lineups over there for me as well. Not as good a day on FanDuel for me personally, but on DraftKings definitely was a very good day. So we're going to look at the injuries real quick since we only got 5 games, not too much to look at here. OG Anunoby for the Raptors, still questionable. We do see this little line next to Kyle Lowry, so maybe he doesn't play today. Just keep an eye out on that one. If he doesn't play, I assume it probably helps Norman Powell. Probably gets a little bit of Terrence Davis into the starting lineup, maybe, if both Lowry and OG are out. Watanabe looks like he could be back in this one. On the Celtics side, no real injury news there. That's new for us. On the Miami Heat side, you got Mo Harkless questionable. Gabe Vincent once again probable. Houston side looks like John Wall is going to play, dealing with a little bit of ankle injury, but no major concerns there. Otherwise, same guys still out for both teams. Pacers, same guys out as normal. And the Pistons, Frank Jackson could play in this one. We'll see if he plays. We'll see if we get a little bit of Dennis Smith Jr. sprinkled in this game maybe now that he's active. Blake Griffin does have that little line next to him, so maybe this is a day that he sits out and rests. Just keep an eye out on that. If he does play, he's a decent value on both sites. Kind of a filler guy if you need him. Then on the Magic side, obviously we're looking at Cole Anthony. We're looking at Evan Fournier. If these guys play, definitely in play. You can play them. I'm a little bit hesitant on Cole Anthony since he did strain his shoulder. If he doesn't play, Frank Mason is going to be a massive value on both sites. If Fournier doesn't play, Ennis, Bacon, they're both in play once again. Definitely going to help Vucevic out one way or another. Should be a game that he smashes either way against a small Golden State team. The Warriors have no new injuries. Forward, the 76ers, Shake Milton hurt his ankle. He's doubtful to play, even though he's listed as green here. Don't expect him out there. Definitely a bump up, for guys like Seth Curry, Fork Maz, Tyrese Maxey as well. For the Portland side, no real new injuries there, so just kind of what we've been expecting lately out of them. These are going to be my plays for DraftKings. So at the point guard position, we got Damian Lillard, $9,800, right on the spot, 5 times value of what he's averaging. I think he gets 50 or more in this one. Definitely a good piece that you're going to want in your lineup. Also, John Wall, Frank Mason, they're both interesting at the point guard position as well. Then over on the shooting guard side, it's not a very good day for shooting guard overall. Tyrese Maxey is by far my favorite value on the DraftKings side, $3,200, just above that minimum price tag. You're looking for 16 points out of him. That's what he's averaging. I think he gets you closer to 20 points in this one, especially if he gets 20 minutes in this game. Then we have Derrick Jones Jr., $3,800. You're looking for 19 points out of him. Good amount of the times he does get you over 20 points. So a pretty fair value there. Definitely a guy that could be priced up a little bit more. Jeremy Grant, like I said, if Blake Griffin doesn't play, he gets a bump in usage. He's priced down a little bit for what he's being priced at. They're pricing him about 37 fantasy points per game, typically getting over 40. So definitely a little bit of value there. Then last but not least at that center position, Bam Adebayo, $8,600, looking for 43 fantasy points. Goes against DeMarcus Cousins, and a Houston team other than DeMarcus Cousins has no height. He's going to probably get 45, 50 points in this one. Should be a very good day for him overall. If you guys go with these 5 plays as your core 5, you have $17,200 left to spend. Definitely be on the lookout today. There should be some more value opening up later on. I kind of messed around with another build earlier today where I put Damian Lillard in, Bam Adebayo, Vucevic all in one lineup, kind of tinkered around. I even squeezed in Jeremy Grant in there as well. I think Frank Mason Jr. and David Nwaba. It looked good on paper. Maybe that one ends up being a good one as well. If you guys want a free little lineup tryout, definitely try that one out. And then on the FanDuel side, we got Frank Mason, and he's $4,200, looking for 21 points out of him. If Cole Anthony doesn't play in this game, if Frank Mason gets 30 minutes or more, he's definitely going to get you that 21 points that you need out of him. I have Dwayne Bacon on here as well. I don't know if Evan Fournier plays. If he doesn't play, if Cole Anthony doesn't play, Bacon gets a bump up in usage a little bit. You're looking for about 20 and a half, 21 points out of him. I think he gets you close to 20 to 22 points. Definitely a solid value overall there. FanDuel is very, very accurately priced or overpriced on most guys today. The shooting guard position on FanDuel is definitely something that's not pretty. Maxey's another guy you could look at in that price range as well. But he's $3,900 on FanDuel, so not quite as good of a play as on DraftKings. Then we move over to small forward. I got Jimmy Butler. I like paying up a little bit for probably one of the small forwards here today. Jimmy Butler's probably my favorite in terms of price. You're looking for about 44 points out of him. Goes against Houston. Pretty good matchup for him overall. I think he gets you that 45 points that you need for his price tag. But in terms of value, there's not much there otherwise on small forward. You look at power forward. Power forward is way priced up today. You got Tobias Harris is probably my favorite guy. You're looking for about 39 points out of him. I think he probably gets you a safe range that he doesn't hurt you too much. There could be some more value opening up at this spot later on in the day. Just keep an eye out for that as well. Bam Adebayo, like I mentioned on DraftKings, is somebody to consider as well. Then at that center position, we got pretty good guys here. We got Joel Embiid, Nikolai Vucevic, DeMarcus Cousins, if you want to go back there once again. Enes Kanter is probably my favorite, $6,500. You're looking for 33 fantasy points out of him. Last time he did go against this Philadelphia team, he got you 38. So I think he's a guy that probably gets you 35 points pretty safely and gives you a little bit of value at that center position, pays down a little bit there that you can pay up for some other positions. Definitely going to be important on a slate like today. If you really want to pay down at center position, you can go to Tristan Thompson. He probably returns that 5 times value for you, lets you pay up for some other positions as well. But if you go with these 5 guys over on DraftKings, you have $28,700, about $7,200 per player to spend. So you want to pick your spots to pay up for some guys, pay down for some guys, and just kind of mix and match your lineups throughout there. Definitely going to be an interesting day. Like I said, be sure to watch that news as it comes out. It's going to be an important day to be just a little bit different but you don't want to be too different, especially on these shorter game slates where there's not quite as much value. But with that being said, these were my picks for DraftKings and FanDuel. If you guys have any picks of your own, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Definitely interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Once again, as always, if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Definitely here to help you guys out. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports. And it's really one for you, the viewers, helping you guys with your fantasy football, helping you guys with DFS, covering all the football news. And as we head into baseball season, covering fantasy baseball and some baseball news as well. But with that being said, if you're a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. Let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, posting NBA DFS videos every day, going over my favorite plays on each site at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. And then later on today, I will be posting up some more bold predictions recap for the AFC North and the AFC West. Definitely want to check those videos out as well. And once again, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you all do well in DFS today, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.